Hello guys, welcome back to Watch Addiction Watch Reviews. Today we're taking a look at a brand from Hong Kong, Lenvino. They have a pretty cool release on Kickstarter right now. That is this model. And on my wrist right now is the model that is actually available on their website. This is the Le Chronos model. A really cool racing inspired watch, as you can see on that nice rally strap. First we're going to take a look at this model right here. Now this one is on Kickstarter. Link will be down in the description below, as well as the link for the Racing Le Chronos model, which I just showed you. And I think there's some pretty cool watches. They're doing different designs. They're not homage watches. They're definitely original in design, and it's a pretty cool way to read the time on both of these watches. And I thought it was something interesting to feature on this channel. So let's get into it. So here's the first model. As you can see, this is the blacked out iteration. Now there are many different iterations of this exact model, but this one is the blacked out one. I think it looks pretty stealthy and cool. Nice curved, as you can see here, sapphire crystal, which basically covers the whole entire dial. And it's a really cool watch. Some basic dimensions on this exact model. We are looking at a 43mm diameter case. We do have a 48mm lug-to-lug distance, a 20mm lug width. So dimensions are definitely very wearable. It's definitely suitable for my 6.5-inch wrist. And I really like the cool design here. We get 50 meters of water resistance, a pull and push crown. But the design here is really cool. As you can see, we have the 1 through 12, your hours on the outer part of the dial. And then we have your minutes on the inner part. And it's using a Seiko NH35 movement, a very reliable and robust movement. Most of you guys are familiar with this movement, hand winding, hacking 24 joules, and does have about a 40-hour power reserve. Now you can actually get a glimpse of the movement through the exhibition caseback, but it is covered by this racing design. Caseback is screwed down, and as you can see, revealing here is the quick release straps. As you can see, it is a rally style gray genuine leather band with hand stitched ends here. A nice signed Le Chronos buckle there as well. And all around, very easy to use. You might look at this and be like, oh my god, it's so hard to read, but it's very easy to read, and I'll show you right now. So as you can see, we can read the hour by this outer part here, I should say, which is printed and loomed as well. We'll get you a loom shot towards the end. And the minute tracks on the inside, as you can see here. Now if you look a little closer, there also is a running seconds hand going around here, which is very faint, but you can see it if you look really closely. So you have your hour, which would be 11, then you have 55 here. So, actually that would be 10:55, I'm sorry to say there. That would be 10:55, and then you have your running inner seconds here going around in a circle if you want to really set it for precise time with the hacking feature on this NH35. So it's quite easy to use, quite easy to read. Obviously, you're not going to be able to read it as quick as a glance as something like, a simple dive watch with applied large maxi-style markers. But it is something different, it is something cool. The date is very legible, easy to change, as you can see here. Final position, then we can set the time here. Very easy to use, very cool. I think it's definitely something needed in this niche micro-brand market. I'm going to show you the loom actually. I believe there's loom on here. I just loom this up here. I believe they did add loom to it. Yep, whoa, look at that, that's pretty cool. So there's some green superluminova on all the numerals, on the tracks as well. And overall, it's pretty cool looking. Yeah, definitely really cool there. Let me throw it on my 6.5-inch wrist, show you what it looks like, and then we'll get into the other one, which is actually, I think, a bit more interesting than this one. So there she is on my 6.5-inch wrist. Fits just perfect. Kind of wears low to the wrist, as you can see there. A nice bulbous kind of circular case. The strap can form straight out of the box. I had no issues there. You get two safety keepers. The buckle also does sit flush with the wrist, which I do like. And overall, it looks pretty nice. Definitely doesn't look like anything you probably have in your collection. The blacked finish, which is, I believe, sandblasted, is very smooth, and there's no blemishes, nothing like that. Nice short lugs. Yeah, I think it's a pretty cool model, especially for the $241 price point. NH35, curved sapphire, an interesting way to tell the time. I think the Le Chronos Automatic's definitely a decent buy. Now the real star of the show is this new model, which is actually available on Kickstarter. It kind of reminds me a bit of some those Stratton watches I've seen, kind of this old kind of vintage style case shape here. It may appear huge, but it really doesn't wear that big. This is a lugless design, as you can see here. And it's supposed to resemble kind of like a jukebox. You can see an old school jukebox. It's pretty well made. I was really surprised by it. It's not super heavy, but it definitely has some nice weight on the wrist. And yeah, this is the Le Chronos kind of jukebox style watch, which is available on Kickstarter, I believe, for like $200. I think it's a pretty good deal considering what you're getting here. In terms of actual dimensions, it's a 43mm diameter, The case is 43 millimeters. The lug to lug is 49, so it really doesn't wear that big, although it appears larger when you look straight down on it, but you kind of need that to read this dial here. So a lot of stuff going on this watch. We have a 20 millimeter lug width. We have a 13.5 millimeter thickness, as you can see here. I would say it's kind of like a TV case shape in a way, but it kind of comes up here. Just really cool. The case itself does feature about 50 meters of water resistance, so you know, a little wet here and there, not too bad, but definitely don't take this one swimming, please. Now, it is comprised of all three 16L stainless steel, but this does have a polished bronze finish, and I believe that's a brushed or matte bronze finish combined there, which is interesting. So it looks like a bronze watch, but it's not actually a bronze watch. Now the case back, we do get a nice little glimpse of this NH35 movement, the same as the other watch. 24 jewels, hand winding, hacking, 40 hours of power reserve, 4 screws holding down this case back, which is done pretty neatly. And it looks pretty clean there. We get quick release straps on these 20 millimeter bands as well. This is a genuine Italian leather calf band, so a bit step up from the other one. And we do get some nice white stitching here as well, going up and down with a signed Le Chronos buckle. Now coming in a little closer to show you how this watch actually reads. So basically, as you can see, we have your 12 hours here on the inner part. We have your running seconds over here, which is hackable, so you can set it to the precise time. Then we have that large date window again down at the 6 o'clock position, displaying 5 days. And basically this line points to the date, which would be the 21st. So date, seconds, and then over here, as you can see, I'm going to pull the crown out. 1 position, and that would be your quick set date. Okay, now your final position, as you can see here, will set the hour and the minutes. So let's go to 12 o'clock. And here we go. That would be 12, the orange, as you see there, the 12, and then 12:05. And it's as simple as that. Very easy to read. Looks confusing to the eye, but really very simple. And overall, it has a nice aesthetic, and I really want to see how this one fits on my wrist. So let's throw it on my wrist. Now, there she is on my 6.5 inch wrist. So it really wears quite nice. It's not that big, although it does come up on the left side a little bit. But I think it wears pretty nice. As you can see, a side profile there. The band is definitely really good quality, and I do feel that. I think overall it's a decent looking watch and something extremely different. Let's see if it has any lume. I believe this one, nope, this one does not have any lume like the prior version we looked at. But hey, nonetheless, a pretty cool watch from this brand here based out of Hong Kong. Let me know what you guys think down in the description below. I will drop some links as well, so you can check this one out on Kickstarter right now. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Follow me at Watch Addict channel, a lot more cool stuff coming up here. And you can also check out the blog, www.watchaddictchannel.com. And hope to see you soon, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in again. Bye.